There is so much BS out there when it comes to how to actually be a millionaire. Just think positive, just manifest. You need 17 streams of income. That's how you do it. Just shut the f up. So in today's video, I'm gonna reveal to you what secret traits that you need to have to become a millionaire. And this is the stuff that most influencers are too scared to say because it just simply goes against what society, what our weak, soft society is telling us right now. So I guarantee if you stick around until the end of the video, you are gonna hear things and you're gonna hear a fresh perspective that, you know what, maybe isn't that nice. Maybe isn't all roses and fairy tales, but I can tell you for a fact works. And I can tell you for a fact will get you to where you wanna get to in life. Now, the first secret millionaire trait, and I have seen this with every single millionaire that I have ever met, including myself. And by the way, this is even more especially true with the billionaire friends that I have. They possess this trait even more, and that is they think that they're special. And in fact, to an extent, they even think that they're better than other people. Now, I know that a lot of you guys may take this the wrong way, and you may think, oh, that's terrible to think that, you know, you're better than other people. Now, bear in mind, you're not disrespectful towards other people, but in certain domains, you're better than other people. You think Michael Jordan doesn't look at everyone around him and goes, yeah, I'm better than you guys? Do you think that industry leaders and shakers don't look at themselves and go, yeah, you know what, I've got something special to me? Now, when it gets dangerous, and I'm sure we all know these people, are the ones that think that they are special, but they won't put in the work. The reason you can think you are better than other people is because you have simply put in more hours, more time, and more work. Now, the next secret millionaire trait that you need to possess is you need to develop a high stress tolerance. I tell people time and time and time again, that more than likely most people think they want my life, but they don't really want my life. Because listen, it's not easy to have 150 employees between multiple various companies. Managing that with complex different corporate structures and trusts around the world and investments and family planning and taking care of my mom and my friends and my loved ones. And managing that with all the social media, online BS and all the stuff that comes with it. But I've told people the reason that I can deal with it is because I have an extremely high stress tolerance. So I need you to understand, don't believe all of this self-help BS that it's just gonna be all roses and fairy tales. And if you feel stressed today, take a break. You know, give yourself a break. You deserve a break. You've done no work and you faced your first challenge, your first obstacle, but you know, focus on your mental health. Just, you know, don't push yourself too much. It's absolutely ridiculous, the world we live in. The third trait to become a millionaire that simply isn't talked about enough is your charisma and your ability to persuade. Now, of course, everyone knows this, you know, everyone knows it, but people don't place enough emphasis on it. You need to learn how to have charisma. And this is something that you can train, by the way. Bear in mind, most people don't assume this about me. I'm actually naturally an introvert. I like to be alone. I like to chill, but if there's a time and a place where I need to be, I'm extremely charismatic because I understand that people like to listen to people who carry themselves in a certain way, who have a certain aura. And as I said, that doesn't mean talking the most. It just means learning charisma. And you need to understand that if you don't learn charisma, if you don't learn persuasion, you will be underpaid and you will be underbooked. Anyways, moving on to the fourth trait. You want to focus on mastery, not passion. And this is another big thing I've been telling people for years. You know, it's funny, I've started to look at the self-help industry and realize just how much bad it's doing for the world. Like just how astray it's leading people. Trying to tell people, hey, focus on your passion. Let me tell you something, what you're passionate about today, you won't be passionate about in a month. And sometimes your biggest passions in life, when money is involved in it, it doesn't stay a passion anymore. So what you're passionate about today is not what you're gonna be passionate about in 30 years. But what you commit to today, you will still be a master at in 30 years. And let me tell you something, when you are very good at something and you know that, you always enjoy it. You may not be over the moon, passionate, elated about it all the time, but you always enjoy it and respect it. And you always want to continue doing it because you understand how much blood, sweat, and tears went into it. So in life, don't focus on your passions. Find something you're interested in, dedicate yourself to it, focus on being a master at it. Now, once you're a master at it, or once you're very good at it, then you can add some other skills on top of it. And that's really where you sort of stack your abilities and stack the portfolio of things that you're very good at. But the main thing is just please stop it with the passion bullshit. The next secret millionaire trait is you need to have an ego. Now everyone says, oh, ego is bad, this and that. And let me tell you something. I've said it for years. I've said it time and time again. You need to have some sort of faith. I don't care what religion you prescribe to. I don't care what you believe in, unless it's atheist. That's just the one thing I have never gotten behind, and I don't think I could ever get behind. The sixth secret millionaire trait is that they're always thinking what could go wrong. And once again, as I said, this is very different to the whole self-help world because they're always thinking positive affirmation, blah, blah, this, that. No. One of the biggest reasons that I got to where I am in life is because I do a lot of visualization before bed. The last secret millionaire trait is that they understand achieving success is relatively easy. Staying there and continuing success is extremely hard. And as I said, looking around, I always see people go, oh, I'm gonna become successful, blah, blah, this, that. For me, because I've been documenting every step of the journey since I was 15 years old on YouTube, I started my first business when I was 14. But because I've documented every step of the journey and I've kind of outlined exactly what I was gonna do before I did it, I guess it's easy enough for me to say, but I genuinely believe if you stick to something long enough, you will become successful there. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope that was helpful to you. I say all of this genuinely with love. As I said, I know I'm very intense sometimes, but that's just because I had to figure out all this shit on my own. I had no one to teach me this. And apart from that, as always, I'm watching from afar and I'm genuinely from the bottom of my heart rooting for you.